Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to do something a little bit different. We had the amazing opportunity to do a live tasting through a video conference call with a couple properties in Bordeaux, Chateau Pedesclaux and Chateau Lilian Ladouys. Amazing time, got to hang out with Luc and the managing director of both properties, Vincent, and we get to taste some wines from Chateau Pedesclaux and Chateau Ladouys 2014, and it was just an amazing time, lots of great history. So go ahead and take a look for yourself at this great tasting. Enjoy.
Bon, on y va?
Allez, go.
Bon. Vincent Luc, I'm the director of Chateau Lilian Ladouys and Chateau Pedesclaux. I'm an engineer in agriculture. I went to California for studying in Mazzuco Vineyard. It was in Alexander Valley. For 2 months it was an internship. I love wine. I love wine from all countries. I had the opportunity to go to United States, to Argentina, to Lebanon, but also in the southern part of France. And I arrived there when the property were bought. I was involved in 3 properties in the southern part of Medoc, Chateau Bellevue, de Gianville, and Belair. This property have a big part of Petit Lardot. It's my preferred varietal, my favorite one, and that's why we planted some in the Ladouys, in Pedesclaux, and you will taste that in Pedesclaux in 2015 for next. Okay. Okay, we will taste 3 wines from 2 properties: Chateau Lilian Ladouys 2014, Fleur de Pedesclaux 2014, and Pedesclaux 2014. Chateau Lilian Ladouys is Cru Bourgeois, situated in Saint-Estèphe, in the southern part of Saint-Estèphe, just in front of La Font-Rocher. It's in the same range of Cos d'Estournel, in the eastern part from La Font-Rocher.
The best.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Lilian Ladouys was recreated in 1989. It was first created in 1564, but it disappeared at the beginning of 20th century. And so it was recreated by the inventor of sorry. I don't have a term. It's a card, a paid card.
Okay.
You know,
yeah,
for everything. And he had a lot of money, and his aim was to rebuild a big property in Saint-Estèphe to become the best one. And his first vintage was 89, and became one of the best wine of the appellation, just behind the Cru Classé, the classified growth. He did the same in 1990, and because the wine was very, very good, he wanted to sell it very high in price. It was quite hard because when you're not classified growth, it's hard to
yes.
to sell at these prices. So it became difficult. And with the first in 1991, 1992, 1993, and 1994 were so vintage, he was obliged to sell the property to a bank.
Okay.
He recreated this property, buying a lot of plots in all the appellation from cooperative producers, and he had the capacity to have all the expression of different terroirs of Saint-Estèphe. You have a lot of different terroirs there. You have clay and calcareous soils to gravelly soils, but in each soil you have on undersoils or on upper soils, calcareous. That makes the specificity of Saint-Estèphe with quite powerful wines. Maybe sometimes rustic, but it makes very powerful wines with a lot of freshness, of acidity, and of power. So in 2008, Jacques Lorenzetti, who was a businessman, decided to buy Lilian Ladouys to make it great again. Because between 95 to 2008, the wines were so-so. So I arrived in the same time in order to rearrange the vineyard. So we sold some plots, we bought some plots, but we made a lot of exchanges with the other properties in order to rearrange and to recreate blocks of vines in interesting parts. Now we have 2/3 of the vineyards which are in gravelly soils and 1/3 in calcareous soils. We have nearly 2/3 of Merlot in our blend, in our vineyard, and 1/3 of Cabernet Sauvignon. And now we are replanting Cabernet Sauvignon to replace Merlot in gravelly soils because it can make better and better wines there. Okay. So from 2008 to now, we succeeded in having some very interesting wines, a bit more modern than historical Saint-Estèphe. The aim is just to have powerful wines without rusticity. So we worked a lot in the vineyards in order to have better grapes and to vinify with smoothness and to age the wine with smoothness in order to express power without aggressivity. We had nice recommendation. We were part of the top 100 of Wine Spectator with our 2011. We won the Cru Bourgeois Cup in 2015 with our 2012. It means that we were the best Cru Bourgeois during this period for vintage among 174 wines. So it was quite award. And each year we succeeded in having better and better expression of our terroir with longest mouth, maintaining freshness, but having Merlot coming there and being quite important to give smoothness. That's the term, power and smoothness, not to have aggressivity given by tannins which are not ripen. So, well, I think do you want to that we taste Lilian Ladouys now and after Pedesclaux maybe?
Yeah. Okay. So again, this is just to show. This is the 2014. Alors, santé, hein?
This is a blend of 56% of Merlot, 40% of Cabernet Sauvignon, and 2% of Cabernet Franc and of Petit Verdot. And 2014 is a very interesting vintage for Saint-Estèphe and also Pauillac, but we will see that later. 2014 was a late ripening vintage. Right. And in Bordeaux, late ripening vintage succeeded well in Saint-Estèphe because the late period, the autumn, was perfect. We had a September, which was an Indian summer. We had very high temperature. We had cold nights that allowed to maintain freshness, and we had a quarter of the normal of rain. So it allowed the vines from Merlot and Cabernet Sauvignon to give perfect ripeness.
Right.
So
I smell it's very nice. It has a note of it's got that boldness, the powerfulness, but also the very elegant.
yeah, that's right. That's right. We are aging the wine only with 40% of New York in order to maintain the aromas and the
Right.
delicacy. Uh, um, um, the idea is to express this power with delicacy, with
Yes.
smoothness, with elegance, as we say.
Yeah. Let's taste it.
What is interesting with 2014? Sorry.
Wow. You're like you mentioned earlier. I really like it because it's not too tannic.
Yeah.
It's very well balanced, and it has that complexity. You know, some red fruits, but it's not. It's young. But it feels like it's a great wine. It's what I like about it is that you can drink this today if you want,
Yeah.
and it would still be perfect, and it still has a very good aging potential. But today it's perfect to enjoy.
Yeah, but we really think that a great wine has to be good at every step, and because of the quality of the tannins and its balance. And here you don't have any aggressivity, but you have power that allow the wines to live long.
Très bon.
Merci.
Bon, very good and different and unique.
Yeah. Yeah, but thanks to this vineyard, which is quite special, with its repetition, we have, of course, with the rearrangement of our plats, we are more on gravelly soils, but we are in 6 or 7 parts, different parts of the Saint-Estèphe, and that gives it a specificity and unicity that allows each vintage to express at its best.
Yeah.
And 2014 is wow.
Yeah.
For me, it's perfect vintage for.
It's very good. It's.
You have some orange peel on it that allows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely getting a lot of the clay as well.
Yeah.
No, it's.
You have quite chalky tannins. That allows us to think that the clay is there.
Yeah. No, it's wow. I'm very intrigued to see what the 2014 will do in 10 years because now it's like I said, it's to drink now. It's phenomenal. It's very good. So it still has that complexity and the boldness to it to be kept for aged for a long time. So very good.
Thank you. Thank you. So let's speak about Pedesclaux.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We have 2 wines from Pedesclaux. We have Fleur de Pedesclaux and Chateau Pedesclaux. Fleur de Pedesclaux is the second wine, more based in Merlot. Okay. And when I will tell you why. And Pedesclaux is our great wine. Fleur de Pedesclaux is made to be drunk earlier than Chateau Pedesclaux.
Okay.
We have an approach, an easy approach, and to ask people to taste after Pedesclaux. It's the idea to take them to taste Pedesclaux after. So Pedesclaux is a classified growth from Pauillac. We are just situated between the river and Mouton Rothschild.
Okay.
Our neighbors are Lafite Rothschild, Clermont.
The best again.
Mouton and Técanet. So we are quite well situated. It was this property was created in 1810 by Pierre-Urbain Pedesclaux. Okay. He was a wine merchant, so he succeeded in making a wine great and making it classified in 1855. After you had several owners, but for a time the wine was in a so-so period. Well, all the earnings from the property went to the owners, and no reinvestment was made in the vineyard, in the cellar. So the aim was just to produce the cheapest wine and to sell it as high as possible. So that's why Pedesclaux was not very well known or not known. And in 2009, the owners decided to sell the property in order for a new owner to make the job. And so 6 months after having buying Lilian Ladouys, Jackie Lorenzetti bought Pedesclaux. It was like a sleeping beauty, but very, very sleepy.
Yeah.
So we had a big work to make there, but the terroir were there. We had to work a lot in order to have a new expression of it, but the quality of the terroir were there. So we made big work in the vineyard, taking off 6.5 hectares on the 26 initial hectares. We replanted high vines, high level of quality vines, with a lot of Cabernet Sauvignon, with some Petit Verdot also. It's a variety that I loved. And we had the very special opportunity to buy 16 hectares more.
Wow.
16 hectares more, situated in Mouton, Lafite, and Clermont vineyard, and for the half, and the other half part was between Lafite and Duarmilon.
Okay.
So very, perfect place.
Yes.
Perfect place. Equal in quality as Pedesclaux historically terroir.
So and what year was this again that you buy this land?
Yeah, it was in 2010.
2010. Okay, so very recently. Yeah.
Yeah. It was quite fast, and from some buying to some buying, we succeeded in having 50 hectares. So passing from 26 to 50 hectares in very high potential terroirs, we had to make a new cellar. We had to work, of course, in the vineyard. We started that in 2009, but we started also thinking about making the wine. How is the perfect way to make the wine to have the best expression of its terroirs? So the Lorenzettis asked Jean-Michel Villemotte, who is a famous French architect, to think about a cellar. Us, we asked for a way of working in it, and we finalized the work, the building in 2014. So
beautiful building.
2009, so it's the first vintage made in this new cellar. This new cellar, its specificity is very modern and connection between history and modernity. And you have a lot of glass there, and it's a full gravity system.
Wow.
We don't have any use of pump during all the process. We preserve the integrity of the wine and the berries in order to have the best expression. And from the harvest to the bottling, no pump used, no pressure exerted on the wine.
Wow.
And the idea is just we have the chance of having different expression of terroirs in Pauillac, because we have 19 different types of soils.
Right.
But very complex. We put a lot of vats in the cellar, 116. So it's a lot for 50 hectares, in order to separate each plot, terroir, and to vinify with the best precision.
Okay.
And after, we have a lot of color in our choices to determine the blend. And that's why 2014 is a very, very important date, a very important harvest for us. And now we worked a lot. The journalists found that the wine evolved, and 2014 is it's a big step for us.
Yes.
2015, yeah.
Because Chateau Pedesclaux is very old, but brand new.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
right, so that's very cool to see all the investment, and like you said, it happened very rapidly and very quickly. You bought new parcels, new land, you remake everything. It's just a huge, just brand new.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, and that's why in 2014 we changed also labels
Yes.
in order to say, well, Pedesclaux has changed.
Yes.
Has changed. We are making now wines which are at the same level of quality of our neighbors, or better. We try to. We try harder. We try harder because we have a lot of things to prove, and all the job is there to have the best precision in the vineyard, to be the most precise in the cellar in order to have the best expression, the nicest expression for us.
And I love the bottle because it reminds me of the chateau, of the beautiful picture. It's very clean, very modern. It's all glass, just like, you know, it's a beautiful label. I also love the Fleur de Pedesclaux, which is a second wine with the gold in the middle. It's very clean and very beautiful, modern.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We try to.
Yeah, no, that's I love it.
And so why Fleur de Pedesclaux and Pedesclaux? In Bordeaux, it's very used to have a second wine in order to have better, fastest approach on the second wine, and to keep the wines that are able to age nicely in the first wine. But for us, it was important to have an identity in the two wines.
Of course.
Pedesclaux is based a lot of Merlot.
Okay.
Why? Because in the vineyard, historically, we had a lot of Merlot, and it makes fresh Merlot. You will taste that there's lots of freshness, but it's not heavy Merlot that we could have there. We try to harvest it very precisely in order to have freshness, roundness, but a lot of fruit, red fruit more than black fruit.
Okay.
To be in the image that we have in Bordeaux, from Bordeaux to have fresh wines. It's important for that. And the idea is to have freshness, to have the roundness, of course, but to have this identity of red fruit. Really. And you will taste the freshness there. And for Pedesclaux, which is based more than with Cabernet Sauvignon,
Okay.
we will have more profoundness, of course. It will be more complex. But the idea is that as Lilian Ladouys, Pedesclaux has a capacity to be approached young and to age. Okay. We have to say when we taste it, well, it's good. It's fucking good.
Yeah.
But I should have keep it.
Yes.
But good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. So, but let's
yeah, it's funny because the Fleur de Pedesclaux, I feel like it's more lighter red fruits, and the Pedesclaux is more of darker berries, darker fruits, and you can tell just by the color, which it's probably hard to tell on the camera, but when they're sitting next to each other, you can see a nice, clear, different color in both of them.
Exactly. But you know, in Fleur de Pedesclaux, you have 89% of Merlot. You have 6% of Cabernet Sauvignon, 3% of Petit Verdot, and 2% of Cabernet Franc. But here you have more Cabernet Sauvignon, and it seems more dark fruit than there. It's quite unusual when you read the blends, but that's why. That's because Cabernet Sauvignon is perfectly ripened in Pedesclaux, and just deliver its racist, classic wines, classic grapes. And here you have more freshness, more, well, it's very different. Very
and
different.
this one is more complex, but it's a little bit more shy.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't
Yeah,
come out as much, but you
yeah,
can tell it's more complex and it's more structured and it's bolder.
yeah, exactly. For Pedesclaux, you have to put your nose and to reput your nose, to put your nose
Yeah,
uh, uh, again, and you will feel different aromas each time, and you have more expression of tobacco, of spicy, and of course of blackberry, black currant.
right.
Here it's more easy to approach. You have
Yes.
quite all in the at the first time.
Yeah.
Uh,
So let's taste it. Very fruity, lots of red fruit. Nice palate, nice depth. It's very easy to drink.
yeah,
It's a great, nice round wine, but well balanced. But it's more like you said, definitely, and like get on the nose, a lot fruitier. Lots of red fruit, not as just it's well packaged. I think.
what I like with it is that you have red fruit, but you have freshness. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
heavy. It's not, and the acidity given to the Merlot on cacao soils help the wine to be fresh and to be drinking again and again.
Right.
The idea for Fleur de Pedescaux is to be able to be on the table in the 10 first years. And this
Right.
one is for later.
Yeah. Are we tasting the Pedesclaux?
Yeah.
Mm. A lot more tannins.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot more tannins. Longer finish. More complex, but still very smooth and still very elegant. Definitely, I'm getting even some leather, some spices, like you said, but it sticks. It's lots of good tannins, and it's you can tell the complexity, but yet it's very elegant and very smooth. It's
Yeah.
wow.
The idea is to have the power and the elegance of the
Yeah.
tannins. You have dry tannins coming and not allowing you to have a new drink. You have to have freshness and nice tannins to drink out of a glass.
Yeah, and now the more I smell it, the more I'm getting even the tannins coming to the nose,
Yeah.
and the spiciness of it as well. Wow. It's really nice because they're two very great quality wines, but very different, very unique, and each has its own character. Sometimes you don't always see that in second wines.
Yeah.
It can be similar, or but this is if you blind taste this, you have no clue that this is the second wine and this is the first wine. You know
Those
that.
are
I
different
mean,
things.
to me, I believe that they're very unique and great, but very different, which is really nice because
The idea,
each has its own identity.
yeah, yeah. The idea is that is each trying to find a personality,
Right,
an identity, a big identity,
right,
and to be drunk for itself, but also to say, wow, this is a really good wine, um, and I like to taste yours because this is a really
right,
good wine. And for us, it's important also in the second wine to have this feeling. Some 10, 15 years ago in Bordeaux, second wines were made with the wines that we didn't want to put, where there was no identity, there was no harmony. And
Right.
now all the work of blending, aging, and everything, all the process there in Pedesclaux are worked in order to make Pedesclaux, great wine, Chateau Pedesclaux. And if we do not succeed, they will make it will make Fleur de Pedesclaux. But we try always to make the best, and
Yeah.
it's just after a question of expression, of balance, of harmony.
Right. And what's what's cool about this is you have three great wines, amazing wine, and the best thing about it is that it's in a way it's brand new. You still have so
Yeah,
much to do. So imagine in a few years, it's which is it's amazing now. Imagine in a few years, you're just starting now with everything, brand new, the cellars and everything. So it's no, congratulations because they're very good and unique. Lots of quality, good quality wine, very good.
thank you.
Yeah.
All the work made there were helped us to have a better and better wines each year. 2010 is better than 2009.
Right.
2011 better than 2010, and and uh, and we are very happy with 2014 that, well, fixed a special way of expression. And
Right.
after 2015 is better. 2016 is
Dean.
better. And 2017, well, maybe not better than 2016, but maybe better than 2015. So
Yeah.
it's really,
It's,
really interesting.
yeah.
Evaluation, thanks to all the work made in the vineyard. It's the work made in the vineyard, which is just valorized by the work in the cellar.
Right.
That's why.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for tasting these great French wines. Very good, very unique, and I hope to come see you guys soon in Bordeaux. I would love to visit the new chateau. It looks beautiful, and keep up the great work because this is truly very good, amazing, amazing wine. So thank you so much.
Thank you for enthusiasm. Thank you.